Good evening, Blue Nation. Welcome back to another episode of the Andy's Man Club Mersey Blue podcast. So this is the Brighton edition. It's a couple of days late, but I wanted to leave it just so we could get some deadline day stuff in as well. So before we start, the good news is we are up to full strength again tonight. Welcome back, Carlos.
Thank you, mate. Sorry, I've been away for a few weeks, but with just arm and stuff.
Brilliant to have you back. And we do have with us again this week our Marco. Mark, whereabouts in the world are you tonight, mate?
Doing great. We're like a few hours outside of San Francisco Bay, headed into Oakland. So I'm happy to be to see your guys' faces, hear your guys' voices, and participate in the show again.
Yeah, great to have everybody back on board. So before we kick in, I'm just going to give another quick shout out as well to our good mate, Chris Darracott, over in the blue corner on YouTube. Pop over, give him a watch, give him a sub, and tell him that his mates from the MVP sent you. Okay, then, let's get right into it, because we've got a lot to do tonight. We're going to do the Brighton summary, and then we're going to have a quick little chat about the deadline day and the transfer window. Okay, so going into it then. 4-2-3-1. Pickford in goal, O'Brien right back, Tarkovsky and Keane in the middle, and Jared Branthwaite out there on the left. When I first seen the lineup come through, I thought we were going to go like 3-5-2, but hey-ho. Jimmy Garner Guy in the middle, and then a front line of Harrison Armstrong, Keenan, Dewsbury Hall, and Ilian Ndiaye, all backing up Thierry Barry. So the first half starts, and to be fair, I thought that Brighton had the better of it, the better of the two sides. They got a couple of early corners. They come close to opening the scoring. Danny Welbeck headed just wide of the post on a quarter of an hour. A couple of minutes later, Mitoma, he dragged a shot narrowly wide with Pickford easily beaten on his near post. Scattering of half chances for both the sides. Brighton looked the more likely to score, to be fair. And for me, a disappointing half for the Blues, who failed to register even a single shot on target. I probably made that sound better than I think it actually was. Half time, Brighton 0, Everton 0. Carlos, give us your thoughts.
Well, as you say, I was shocked when I seen the team, 4 centre-backs. I thought, what the fuck is going on here? Realised he said that Mikalenko had been injured, but now Asno on the bench. So I don't know what the fuck had happened there. Whether it was all the rumours about he was going to go on loan. Obviously, we'll go on to that later on and stuff. But 4 centre-backs, I thought, so defensively and negative. I mean, we've played far better away from home this year. You know, we've been like, a top 6, top 7 team away from home. And yet to start off so defensively like that, and as you say, we were so negative. We had no shots on goal. They had much the better of the chances in the first half. And they probably should have gone ahead. At least had 1-0. If not even, it could have been 2-0 with the Matona chance towards, in the first half. So absolutely diabolical. I think Moyes got his tactics completely wrong. So I was really disappointed in the first half. Obviously better in the second half, which we'll go on to discuss. But my opinion of the first half was true. We could have been 2 down.
Yeah, I get you, bud. I feel exactly the same. Marco, give us your thoughts.
Yeah, I got to agree with Carl on every single point. It was pretty Dyche-ish to put those 4 guys across the back, especially the 2 guys on the outside. I think we lacked a lot of speed and a lot of just a different set of technical skills to be playing on the left side and the right side, to be having who we had over there. I think Carl nailed it on the head when he said we were set up to not concede a goal. But yeah, Welbeck's always a threat. I think we made Brighton look a little bit better than they actually were or are. The stat line wasn't all that bad, but the pitch was tipped in their favor. I will say the Traveling Blues, the 1878s, they sounded pretty good, but it's a small stadium. I think they got a capacity of like 25,000 or something like that. I wasn't able to watch the match. I'm at sea. I could only listen to it on internet radio. Fortunately, I was able to get the Snods and Diamond broadcast, so at least I got that. But I had to watch the highlights, so I may have missed a couple of things. But yeah, that's my general assessment of the first half.
Yeah, thanks for that, Mark. With Carl, I agree on all the points you said there, bud. Okay, guys, let's leave that dire first half behind and go for a quick word off our amazing sponsors, Andy's Man Club. Life is hard, and we all have bad days. There are times when we feel we can't cope. This is the time we need to reach out and talk to someone. Andy's Man Club offers local support groups nationwide, running every Monday from 7 p.m. except on bank holidays. In these groups, men can open up about the issues affecting their lives in a safe, non-judgmental environment. Our clubs are designed to be free of pressure. There is no obligation for men to speak, they can simply listen if they wish. Find us today at www.andysmanclub.co.uk. Help one guy, save one life. Andy's Man Club, it's good to talk. Welcome back, Blues. So that was a word from our amazing sponsors, Andy's Man Club. Remember, lads, it's good to talk, and please do. Okay, so I thought that we started the second half. I think we come out and I think we made a much better start. We got our first shot on target on 52 minutes. Barry done a lovely little flick, found Keenan Dewsbury Hall on the edge of the box. He done a little jink to his left, let a shot off, and that went just narrowly wide, just missing the post. Encouraging signs. 15 minutes later, and a mistake by the Brighton defence leads to Thierry Barry run onto a loose ball. He got into the area, lovely little pullback to KDH. He gets a close range shot off that gets blocked by the keeper, but it's starting to build for Everton. A lot more positive than the first half. Another chance arrives for Everton on 72 minutes. Jimmy Garner fires in the corner. It's Tarky. He jumps up and he heads the ball down. I'm not sure, even now, after watching several times, how the hell the ball stayed out. It came down, it's bouncing around amongst a group of players. On another day, it could have hit one of a million legs and went in. And wouldn't you know it, Everton, aren't we, as Marco always says. A minute later, Brighton opened the scoring. I think it was Ayari. He come towards the box. He played a low ball into the area. Kostulas, he left it. It was lovely. It was almost like a little step over. The ball runs past him onto Gross, and he's just there at the far post, and he powers it in past Pickford, 1-0 to Brighton. Typical kicking the balls, really. At that stage, I thought Everton had kind of come along, give a bit, looked like we were going to score, and we got caught. But Everton then made 3 substitutions with 10 minutes to go. Charlie Alcaraz replaced KDH. Tyler Diblin comes on for Harrison Armstrong, and Timmy Irabunam comes on for Idrissa Gana Guy. Moments later, Brighton have a goal ruled out for offside by VAR. Yes, you heard it right here. You might want to rewind the podcast. VAR went on Everton's side for once in maybe about a million chances. Then Moisey, he makes a last roll of the dice with 2 final substitutions. He brings on Beto for Thierry Barry, and young Pato comes on for Branthwaite. Deep into injury time, Everton grab a late equaliser. I think it's Garner. He puts the ball into the box. Comes down to Jake O'Brien. He gets a shot off. Keeper dives down. He parries it. And there's Beto. He just runs onto it, smashes it home. The rebound home. And we claim a precious away point down at the Amex. A game of 2 halves, like both the boys have said. Full time, Brighton 1, Everton 1. Carl, give us your thoughts on that second half, mate.
Again, I think, we started off the second half really, really well. Keenan Dewsbury Hall, who obviously before his injury was one of our best players, and he's done brilliant all season. You expected him to, the shot that he had from the Barry pass, you expected him to stick it in the corner and, go 1-0 up. How he missed that is beyond me. And then, attacking further on, we had chance again. We had Tarkowski header later on that cleared off the line. I still can't believe how we didn't score and got at least 1-0 up. The chance to be creating, we should have been at least 1-0 up. And as you say, Sod's Law, they get a little bit of luck. It ends up coming back to a new player. Well, I say a new player. He's an old player that they just re-signed in Gross. And he ends up just sticking it past Pickford and at 1-0. And at that point, I thought, Brighton, they've habitually been, they're not a bad team. And they've had some really good results over the last few years. They're on their mid-table and up type of team. So I thought, at 1-0 down, I thought that was it. Now again, we still created some chances and stuff. As you say, you made the substitutions. I'm surprised still that Patterson didn't start at right back, so he clearly doesn't have an issue. And that's why I thought he might end up leaving at some point in the window, but he clearly still there. he made the substitutions, as you say, and brought Beto on. And luckily, with the Jacob Ryan shot, the goalkeeper parries it, and Beto was just there in the right place at the right time. It's his second or third goal of the season in the league, and I think he needed that. Obviously, yeah, can't see him being there come the summer. I think you'll end up getting rid of him. But it's nice for him to get on the score sheet. Snatch a point, really, from the jaws of defeat, sorry. Because when you think about it, although we had the majority of the second half, they scored, and with 15, 20 minutes to go, you'd be hoping to get a point. One thing I will say before I go is I absolutely adored, and I can't believe this is how the referees are. I can't believe Lloyd's celebration, he got booked for it, or anybody else's manager doing that. He would have said nothing. But because it's Everton, we'll book him. But other than that, decent points away from home. We luckily the results went for us, apart from Sunderland yesterday winning. But overall, happy in the end with a point.
Yeah, good shout, mate. I think just going on to your point quickly before I bring Mark in about the Moisey booking for the Mourinho celebration. I think 2 caveats. I think one, I think they had to even the score up with the VAR decision ruling the offside out, because they love Everton, don't they? And I think 2, wasn't a certain German manager from a club not too far away famous for having those little celebrations and never getting done? But, I guess. Fuck Liverpool. Everton got a good point away at the Amex. Marco, give us your thoughts.
Yeah, I think KDH missing that sitter is a fucking crime, and I hope he's thinking about it all week. I thought Tarkowski put a good header on. Like you guys, I don't know how that did not go in, and I don't even know who cleared it. If I recall, the goaltender scooped it up, but I mean, he's right there on the post. Plenty of velocity on the ball, plenty of velocity off of his head. He got airborne and made contact with it. I don't know how that didn't go in. As far as Beto coming on and scoring in fucking Liverpool time, he scored in Liverpool time. The referee added 6 minutes. He scored in the 7th, so, I mean, I'll take it, right? And of course, yeah, I got to agree with you guys. Moisey getting a yellow card. I mean, it's kind of a nothing burger because, the game was fucking over and it didn't figure into it. But you're right. I think that if they're going to call that shit, it should be applied across the league, not be so subjective. And yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they are just doing that because it was a road game. But I think Moyes is going to have to fucking listen to some of his advisors, and he's got to get Asnu on there. Asnu would have been a better choice to play on one of the outside defensive positions, right? Instead of having 4 slow guys back there, like a bunch of fucking telephone poles. He's going to have to utilize the subs coming on, I think, a little bit better so that they're not running around maybe conserving their energy, and that they're playing at 101%. Ultimately, I'm made up for Beto. I know that I'm a little bit more corny, a little bit more sentimental about our players than a lot of Evertonians, and especially you guys, but I like Beto. I see a lot of raw talent. I see a work ethic. I see a fucking proper mindset. I just wish he would develop his touch. I don't want to see him go. He's come up with some big goals, and I'm happy that he got a goal, on his birthday. So I'm hoping to get some minutes going forward. We traveled about as far as you can in England and took a point, although I think with the squad we got, we could have taken more, but I'll fucking take it for now.
Yeah, totally agreed, mate. Okay, so let's leave that as a wrap for the Brighton game then, boys. And let's just have a little quick chat about the close of the transfer window. So we recalled Harrison Armstrong from Preston, and then deadline day yesterday, we signed young winger Tyreek George, I hope I pronounced that right, on loan for the rest of the season from Chelsea. And then out-wise, we've let a few of the young players go. Just for record, Martin Sheriff went out to Port Vale on loan. Elijah Campbell went to Port Vale also on loan. Francis Okoronkwo he went to Doncaster on loan. Harry Tyrer has left the club for an undisclosed fee and he's gone to Cardiff City. Will Tayman has come to Tranmere Rovers on loan, Carl and I's hometown football team. And Roman Dixon has gone to Stockport County on loan. So I was happy to see Armstrong back. He's almost like a new signing, to be fair. He's come in, he's settled back into the first team, and he's putting some positive energy in there. I think it's a good loan for this kid, Tyreek George. Apparently, and I admit I know nothing about him, but he's an exciting young winger, 19 years old. There's an option there to buy, and they're looking to replace Jackie G. Obviously, that season-ending horrific injury. I think it's a good experience for the young lads going out on loan. And then Nathan Patterson, he was wanted by Genoa on transfer deadline day. I'm not sure what happened there. And the strange one was Dwight McNeil. It was rumoured he was on his way to Palace. Palace put a deal sheet through to extend the deadline by 2 hours to 9 o'clock last night. I went to bed early, expecting to wake up and see Dwight McNeil in the red and blue of Palace. There was a hitch. There's a lot of stories going around today. His partner's put stuff out on socials. He's put stuff. Everton are blaming Palace. Palace are blaming Everton. I don't know what happened there. It wouldn't have bothered me. They were talking 20 million. I'd have took 20 pence, to be fair. And I know Mark's going to come back at me. I'd like to have seen more signings. I'll be honest, particularly that right back and the striker. But it's not the window in January traditionally to do anything. This squad that we've got now, we'll do all right. We'll do okay. Marco, give us your thoughts and have a go at me over Dwight McNeil.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to have a go at any of you guys because I know I'm the outsider. I'm the outlier. I'm the fucking foreigner, right? I'm the Yank stain. But again, Dwight had a big role in keeping us up. He's not played great this season. I really hope he's not opening social media because there was a lot of jokes going around about what a steal it was to get 20 mil for him. I like Dwight. I know that that's not how football games are won and lost on how you like a guy. But I feel he's given a solid effort up until maybe the last couple of games, and maybe this will reinvigorate him. As far as the new signing, Tyreek George, I didn't realize he was only a lone player. He's a starter. He's in the starting 11 on the England under-21 team. So that's pretty promising. I think he'll fill the gap with his speed that Jack leaves by having him out with his foot injury. The guys going out to Port Vale and Stockport, I don't know anything about those young players. I've been back on the ship for most of the season, so I've not been able to follow along the minutia of the business side of the club so much. But it sounds like we're developing our guys and getting them minutes elsewhere when we can't get them to them here. And then as far as the January window goes, I rather have the long game in mind. I rather save what money we can spend for the summer when we can get proper signings. We're not competing for the Champions League, all right? Maybe Europa, maybe. But, we weren't going to make any signings in January that were putting us over the precipice of being able to qualify for European play. It would have been, in my opinion, a waste of good money that can be better used in the summertime. And that's it. I guess in closing, I hope Dwight comes back, shout out of a cannon. I feel bad for him that he was treated this way. I think no matter how much money you're getting paid to play a game, everyone deserves to be treated with respect and to not have their mental health, played with so much. Because it's not just about him. It's about his family. It's about us. It's about everyone involved. So, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Yeah, cheers for that, Mark. Carl, do you want to wrap us up, mate, with your thoughts?
Right, on the Tyreek George sign, I think that's going to be a brilliant signing. I mean, I've watched him one or two times just for Chelsea, just like highlights here and there. I think he played all the games in the cup that they won last year with Dewsbury Hall and stuff. So obviously they've got a great relationship. They've played together. I think I've seen a little video when he signed. He actually juiced me all the way into the medical room and was shaking his hand and stuff. So he knows him. He knows Tyler Diblin from the England setup. So obviously that's a good relationship as well. And hopefully that might bring Tyler Diblin on. Obviously he's got somebody of his own age. I mean, I think tomorrow George is 20, but he's got somebody around his own age who plays in the same England team as him. So I think it's going to be a positive sign. And I'm glad that we still kept Patterson. I'd rather have kept him, rather than letting him go. And then they're having a replacement with Short on right back. I mean, we're even shorter on left back. So I'm surprised we haven't signed anybody there. As for Dwight McNeil, I was absolutely buzzing when I seen that we've accepted a 20 million bid. I thought, as you say, 20 pence. I mean, there was talk about 10, 11 million. I would have took that, put their hand up for that. But apparently the issue was at the Palace end. They put the deal sheet in, and then they didn't even get back to it to tell him it was off. And all this from what I've read. So it's all down to the fucking Palace whether they see what's on social media. Like all our fans were saying, and obviously their fans saying they didn't want him. And they've just pulled the plug and just not even bothered getting back to anybody. So I feel sorry for Dwight. I've seen a little interview with Garner today, Garner Guy, and he's basically saying, he'll be brought back into the team, welcome with open arms. And I think, that'll do him good. I mean, he's not the best player. And to be fair, he is playing out of position and not on the right. If he's going to play anywhere, he could play in the number 10. He's going to play anywhere because we've got better players on the left. I know Jack's got his injury now, and I think we'll revisit that in the summer. I think we will get him back. Obviously, we can negotiate now. He hasn't gone back to City because he's injured. Like a lot of these players, when they get injured long term, they'll go back to the parent club, won't they, and get all the healing done there. So he's staying at Everton and stuff. So I can see that being a positive sign. And I think City don't want him back. So I think we might get him for like 15, 20 million in the summer. Made up to see Harrison Armstrong stay. Although there was a lot of rumours saying he was going to go back to Preston. You can understand he'll play regularly. Not really too disappointed. Disappointed for Dwight McNeil, as I said. But other than that, much of a much. Just like made up for all the young players. The one last thing I will say is we've got a young lad in the under-21s, Braden Graham, that I think he's going to be a superstar. I think he's got 15 goals and contributions in 21 games for the under-21s. I would have liked to have seen him go on a 6-month loan, even if it's to Tranmere or somewhere like that. So I would have liked to have seen him go out on loan for 6 months. But other than that, I'm happy with the window.
Yeah, nice one, mate. And again, we tend to, the three of us, agree on most of the points. So we have, midway through Carl's little section there, we've lost Marco. Technical difficulty connection from San Francisco, I presume. But Mark, I know you'll be listening back to this, mate. So it's lovely to have you back on. And thank you, as always, for your time and your contributions. Carl, fantastic to have you back, my mate. The team back, get the band back together.
Great to be back, mate. Actually, it's good for your mental health, this, especially when you've hardly seen anybody for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
All right, we're going to leave it there. Up the fucking toffees.